Hi guys, today I wanted to give you an update on my Rhipsalis collection, and I think I'm going to start with the one that's hanging. It was too long to put down and add to this little group here. So we're going to go right up here and look at my Rhipsalis Paradoxa, and it's looking really great. It's kind of a long gangly plant. This is a very long segment here. And if we go in closely, we can see some of the aerial roots here. And this is one of the characteristics of epiphytes. They are normally found in the wild growing up bark. And so that's why they send out these aerial roots. So you can take segments off and plant these up and propagate them that way. But it is doing really well. I just gave it a really big water recently and it drank everything up and plumped out a little bit. These don't like to be dry, like desert cacti. All of the Rhipsalis family, I believe they're rainforest plants, so they do like to get drenched in between drying out. So I do water these year round, but look at that. This little segment here is really hairy and fun, but I love this. It's kind of a, almost, if you were to do a cross section of this, it would be triangular. But that is just one of my favorite plants. It's so fun. It's a fun shape, and it does really well here in my sunny family room. I mentioned on my mealybug, on my mistletoe cactus, that I thought I had 3 Rhipsalis plants, but including the Rhipsalis Paradoxa, it looks like I have about 5, if you include the spice cactus. And this is a member of the Rhipsalidaceae tribe, but it is called a Heteora saliconoides. So I'm not sure I've pronounced that right, but it does have this neat structure. Sometimes it's called the drunkard cactus. I'm not sure why it has that name, but it has a really neat structure. And unfortunately, I trimmed back the top part. It was growing kind of straight up like this one is doing. And I think it had some kind of bug issue. I don't remember. It was last year. But it has never put up another new branch. These have filled out a bit, though. So it's doing okay. And this one has flowered for me once with a beautiful yellow flower. But it is just such a neat plant. And I'm hoping this year, maybe with a little better treatment from me, will really take off. And I'm going to give it some fertilizer in the spring and try to water it with rainwater when it dries out all winter. But that is the update on that one. And then I'm happy to say that my mistletoe cactus, which is a Rhipsalis spicifera, seems to have conquered the mealybug problem. I took care of that a couple weeks ago, and I've been looking at it every couple days and really examining it for any more mealybugs, and I haven't seen any. But that one has a gorgeous, gorgeous structure, and it's also one of my favorites. But it's kind of neat how it grows straight up, and then it eventually creates these draping sculptural branches. But that is a wonderful plant, and I love having that one in my collection. And then back here, this is a mouthful. This is I'm reading Acanthorrhipsalis mini monocantha. I'll give you a look at that tag if you can read it there. That's the name on it. And it has a beautiful structure. This one lives completely in artificial light right on the back of my sink, and I think what it really likes about its spot is the amount of humidity. But look at that. Again, it's got that structured growth, and it's just a beautiful plant and doing very well. This one has been, knock on wood, pest-free. And I love that one. I love how all of these grow. I just think they're such neat epiphytes. And again, all of them have little aerial roots throughout their structure. And that, I think, is how they spread out in nature. And then lastly, I wanted to show you my dragon fruit seedlings. It's really starting to look like a mature plant. I probably planted these about 2 years ago. I had pureed up a dragon fruit and separated out the seeds and propagated them. So now this is starting to look like a real plant. But it is also classified as a Rhipsalis agudensis, and otherwise commonly known as the dragon fruit. But isn't that gorgeous? I want to show you a close-up because it is just such a pretty plant. It's got these soft spines on it. And again, whenever this dries out, I give it a nice soak. But isn't that pretty, guys? I love this plant. And I actually love the whole Rhipsalis family. It's such a sculptural type of plant, and the growth habit is just beautiful and fun. So guys, I hope you have some Rhipsalis in your collection, or a Heteora, this one, the spice cactus, also in the Rhipsalidaceae family. But I highly recommend these plants. For me, they've been fairly easy, and they do really well, and they're just so unusual and beautiful. Let me know what you have in your collection, if you have any of these, or if you have something that I don't have. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.